defense. DRX, if the drone gets shot early.
It's a bit of an aggressive
PRX should
line
just
with
struggle
Viper
everywhere on
around
defense if there's a lark.
Yeah, well, everybody for DRX bar one surrounding this A side as well, right? So a little bit of a slower stall up towards the side itself.
You want to see DRX slow play, but at the same time, you want to see PRX probably fight this more than you've seen teams fight this before. Which honestly, in the pistol, they're already done.
Hopeful dub, and then get out.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to how he was playing that Yoru before, but you gotta be very careful, right? Just pressing that ability or refracting back, there is a very tiny window where you can get punished. So, right now, it's just playing it safe, off angles, in towards the site. Not going to be able to find too much, though, and a bit of a salvo being sent through as well.
Dude, Mako's going to have so much fun larking. Oh my goodness.
For the rest of the team to kind of flood back in. However, that dark smoke, that one way, is blocking so much of it off. As soon as it blooms away, it's going to be Hyunmin now finding the shot back in. Straight in with the Sheriff's, though. Flashback will get gunned down, and here it comes. Bane back in towards a safer spot.
But Mako, big jewel mid.
Freeing will take the next player down.
Mako heard him early.
Gunned down from the back. All that's left is just Devi. The spike, not yet.
Does he worry about time and go through middle?
What? Yeah, Mako holding out in mid. Very nice timing as well to just recognize that there's a potential flank to come through from PRX, and at the end of all the damage that is delivered on the A site, freeing on 2 HP, and Marco still on 100 is what is left for DRX to pretty much continue the flawless run from our first map. But Devi here, 10
that's
seconds
unlucky
off the
timing.
0 point, but spotted out.
Yeah, and you gotta imagine Free's just playing from a very safe spot. He's holding on to those salvos for sure. So the first obstacle, you gotta break through Devi. It's gotta be Mako. He's still playing around the boxes so much, though.
Well,
bit of a tag. It's not gonna be enough. Devi needs to push up front, and as he does, he's gonna be
look at how confident Mako is. Thank you for that.
It is still going down to the double controller. Oh, wow.
Appreciate you.
Starting things off. Salvos already towards the back.
Mako pops up the smoke, and he is already in kitchen. 15 seconds into the round.
What was Pilsky talking about again? Yeah, no hard sentinel.
Yeah, no sentinel, so he is having a lot of fun here.
Freak trigger discipline though, and he's just holding onto it. Mind Freak now gunned down, headshots through, and the rest of the team will launch their assault in. He's got another one. He's looking for 3.
Yeah, he's going for the
crazy.
20.
What a flank to come out from Marco.
It's doable. Maybe if the
so
smoke leans out.
From
That might be right.
Honestly, team, from each other even at times.
DRX might have, this smoke's kind of cool.
It just can't feel good. You know, you're constantly thinking now, and now you might be worrying about tubes so much.
Yeah, I don't think it leaks over too much. Actually, don't think it's good.
Look at what they're doing right now. Hanging back.
Okay, first big buy round.
DRX, meanwhile, just continues to hold, slow creeps up back in towards A.
Yeah, and if
That's big buy round. DRX's money's already really good, and the bonus is great.
What sniffing abilities do you technically have? You've still got the drone to come out from freeing, but more importantly, right, do you want to try and just recollect together when you hear some utility going from PRX? Because this gives you the idea that they don't 100% know where you are either, right? They're trying to
defend against this. They should be going aggro, and honestly, the aggro should be on B. These comps shouldn't be able to get into this position, in my opinion, without using a drone. Or you just heavy play perma yellow.
It's a bit of a jiggle from Mind Freak as well, but I don't know if he spotted out enough.
Yeah, there's 2 positions around the map that are of key importance. What damage can Freeing do to keep PRX here? And importantly, what information to PRX over at the B site? And unfortunately, they started to shift, which meant
3 times Larka winning the round at the moment.
Forward Freeing is.
That is
20 seconds though. 20 seconds.
Incredible. But yeah, I think they're still good, Komodo. 20 seconds, yes, that might be the case, but Freeing's got all of this locked down. Still though, okay, looking away, 90 degrees, just around screens. It's a little bit scary.
Salvos to stop the plant. Yeah.
DRX still looking for a safe spot to plant. Bane gets it just in the nick of time. PRX might have the site surrounded, but at the same time, Mako still not detected.
Nice shot.
Look to launch the assault.
The harder you think.
Takes that one pick off.
And I'm telling you, the pressure of Mako is going to be. It's going to be here.
No utility though, so he's just gonna have to gun his way through. Takes down Freeing, and all that's left, Bane and Mako all the way towards the back. They have the spike under their sights. Looking to play around that though, but the reload not
Mako
in his
11
favor.
HP.
Forsaken will swing, but Mako swings as well. That's a shot, a trade for trade, and down it's
no way, Mako. The attacker can't really take this, to be honest with you. And the defense can't get info anywhere, so they're like really susceptible to the larks. We've seen DRX like 3 times,
just isn't
I've seen
quite
PRX
working
like
out
what
for
fight
them.
this. I mean, maybe they
Right
fought
now,
it twice,
a
I
bit of a
guess,
3-2
kind of,
split.
but they always
They
leave
peek
it.
into B and they don't see anything.
Yeah. That's important.
Yeah,
as
so
well,
this is
right?
nice. It's probably the
Recognize
nicest
that
round from PRX
are
at the
trying
moment.
to do something
Go
with the
aggro,
lesser
B.
weaponry. I love to see these sort of
The
ideas
drone's
towards
been
the
used,
gun
which
rounds
means
as
that they
well.
can't retake
Fashion
over
a good
towards
duel,
B.
a good overwhelming force. It can always
As soon as
go
that
trick,
drone
but
gets
the fact
used,
that
this
they don't
comp
see
can't do
anything at B,
anything.
they're going to have some numbers here for the retake when the spike does go down.
With that, numbers for numbers, yeah, Komodo, I'm still quite worried. You know, given the weaponry, it's going to be tough for PRX. Bit of a refract from Forsaken. I don't know how much information that's really going to give to the team. Toxic screen up. Maybe they look to stick the defuse somewhere here or there.
There's only so many positions that you can look to spam this defuse down attempt though, right?
Oh my goodness, timing.
Tough for sure. One point on another, they're going to have to push out, and as they do, it's going to be a bit of a choke point. Two angles being locked down, freeing alongside flashback.
Could be the waylay. I don't really mind.
That was a key
And then
PRX back then. And
you
here,
don't
he changed
rotate
it up
until they use the
completely on
drone.
its
When
head.
they use the drone,
And we're
then you
just
can
seeing very big
go elsewhere.
disconnection at the moment.
Okay, at least they went aggro over towards
Definitely
here.
a bit of a mental thing for them.
Like, this is what we want to
We'll
see.
if
They have to
drag
go
themselves
aggro.
back in the game, if anything. Right now, they have the guns, of course, but still, smoke's up and online. And right now, it's going to be the B site under attack. DRX have already planted their boots firmly into the ground. Bane in with a single headshot. Youngman looks to take down the player out from upper, but also something just getting into safety.
God, it's a nightmare.
This B site and a protective pit as well. I mean, how do you get into this retake as
Mako,
PRX?
9-0.
That's going to be tough for sure. Be it Forsaken to
Definitely
do
farm
something,
this
but he's
some more
on
if he wanted
top of
to.
all things. The ult
Ooh, he
as
does
well,
leave
and
it.
continues to
Keep an eye on the luck, by the way. Every single round so far we've had a luck.
Flashback coming up from behind. Bane repositioning around as well. The pit might fall, and PRX might be able to push up, but you are absolutely right, Komodo. They are running out of time. Bit of Tejo utility. The Armageddon rings through. They're off of the spike. They might have yellow under control, but do they find the frags?
Look
That
at
is
Mako
the key
go, by the
here.
way.
Something tries
It's a nice
as he
shot
does.
from something to win that,
take away
but
two, but needs a little bit more. Flashback suddenly now up from behind reveals the surprise.
So
that
who have we had
PRX
luck
does
in?
Disconnected DRX are from the actual position. It's awkward, and you're switching towards the
Okay,
next
there goes
round.
the hero
We've got
gun.
immediate
Not able
assault
to retrieve
being
it.
Shut down. These pistols of PRX not able to find too much.
Yeah, this pistols after all. But you gotta imagine it doesn't feel too good. At least Jing will be able to get away with one up on pipes, but at the same time, back into B, we got a little bit
Ooh.
of
Ring around the
loop,
rosy.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's right. Mind Freak spotted up by the alarm bomb. Oh,
Flashback's
it
like,
turns
well,
around.
shot.
Hello, Flashback's there. And with that,
It's a freebie.
B side as well for DRX.
Yeah, maybe you can
Oh,
take
this
that
is
gun
rough.
away that Bane did drop.
This is really
I mean,
rough.
Vi's already got that in possession too, right? So we'll see what damage is going to be able to
Is single
be delivered
tail
in this
with
scenario.
Sova,
You're playing
without a
more
Sova
Dalton
actually
here
enough on
as
this
well.
map?
You're saying who's
I
going for the
personally
plant,
don't think
freeing
so.
it closer
I
towards
don't
an
think it should be
Armageddon.
working,
Never
but
gonna mind that with how successive
it's
that
like
ultimate can be.
both comps have
All of
flaws,
these
and I
just
think the
point
PRX's
towards
floor is
more
way
rounds
bigger
for
than the
DRX,
Yeah.
you know,
DRX's
closer
floor.
ultimates, but at the same time, looking at this,
Like
the
that.
positioning that they are working with
Just
so
having no
far,
info sentinel
you
means you're
have
just
to
gonna have
imagine
the
at some
worst
point
time
just the
ever.
fact that you don't have these traps around
But
the map.
but
You know,
honestly,
DRX
this
gets to
comp
walk
long
around
term
so
shouldn't
much.
really
Yako
work.
just into this spot. Okay, gunned down by Devi, but now it's on to Flashback, up by mid. Jing at least marks
But
down
Icebox
the
is a weird
position.
map,
So
man.
a couple kills. That is still a bit of damage being delivered by PRX.
Yeah, there's a lot of credits, however, for DRX. So they're not going to be too phased on the back of this one. I mean, you'll just take away a death orb, right? So you get a little bit closer towards your
Well,
ultimates to have
yes.
a massive round later on, which is kind of the position that we're a lot of time.
That's exactly
Flash
what PRX has to
salvos,
do. Here it
insta
comes. Quick dash
sends.
in. Ooh, but instantly gunned down. The entire
Yeah.
Korean squad will deny Forsaken any early space. Spike dropped into safe
I
position.
think they,
Small, the Armageddon sent
dude,
through.
I
Mindfreak
flamed
being
another
able
team
to
for doing this.
hold down the
I
entire
think
B
that
by himself.
aggro
Hello,
focus is
that's
wrong
good.
position.
And at the same time now, continuing to push out front. Devi off the null command, unfortunately gunned down. Still kind of ringing through, pulsing away with his ultimate, but his teammate now coming back in for support.
Sniffing things out with the drone as well. Feels like you're not going to be able to get Devi back on up. The trades start to coming out. It's all Mind Freak.
As his head gets revealed as well. Flashback trying to work around it. Still looking to play the objective. The spike will go down. Mind Freak just tries to delay a little bit further with the snake bite.
Oh,
Might be
maybe.
able to gun himself through. He hears the tap at the very least, but not quite finding a position. Still has to watch out for Flashback. There it is, at least the first kill. Nanoswarms instantly popped, and Flashback looks to play around the wall.
Okay, nicely done from Mindfreak. What a round. And they're on the board.
An entire ace
They're on the board. Is it a rough round to win because everyone's dead
Individual
and you have to rebuy 4
generally memorable in Valorant,
one armor?
right? For
Yeah.
PRX, that is an important one in this series right
nice
now to get
impact
back
from
in towards
Mindfreak.
this map, hopefully. To start with a foot in front of the other on this map, Mindfreak to do it all. And you got to remember as well, right? I'm saying at the beginning of this round, if you're going for a stack, not to get too aggressive, because we haven't really seen too much success for setting up Forsaken on the back of these waylay positions, right? He gets on in, but there's too many DRX members that look at that position because there's a quick time, right? To get that gun out. But I think more importantly, Mindfreak planted his feet around that B side. He knew where they were coming from. He knew Marco was going to be lurking up towards Kitchen or somewhere in that round, and he found what he needed.
Oh, late flash and pop up here. Okay, I like this. Makolo is going to hear all of this, and he has just taken time from the smoke, and they have no idea.
Doesn't see anything though.
Oh god. It's a great kill from Mindfreak, but dude, look at the Lux. Lux on Lux.
DRX still working all the ways around the map. Flashback takes down the next player something.
Yeah, but you immediately just turn tail and run over towards the A side because you got the kill here from the back of Flashback, from the shadows to quickly get a plant. This buys so much time in the rotation actually from PRX right now.
It's a masterclass in lurking. Yeah, but it's just like, have you ever played those games in ranked where you're a Viper and they have no info sentinel? It's actually the most fun you can have in this game, I would say. Apart from maybe like when the Judge was busted and Raze was busted. Like playing a Viper on this map where they have a no info sentinel. Like you literally get like 25 kills on attack. It's so sick.
These plans of action for what Waylay is to provide, right? When you're trying to light
it's
speed
just
over
so
towards
fun.
the tube, you're trying to find some timing in combination with a flash, right? So you'll be seeing Divide try and set up a flash drive with right timing to get that peek over to find anybody who's lurking into mid, where Marco has been playing so much this map so far, right? But he just kind of holds W, shifting up, gets in front of that utility. You see generally really timing needed though with the flash drive or with players around.
Shopped a little bit further, but at the same time, I mean, right now, just playing for that information game, DRX have been slipping under their noses every single round. You know, whether it's back onto their end of the sites.
One of the first times they got the fast kill, feels like.
Able to sneak up onto Nest and get one for free.
Yeah, freeing down. That's a lot of your.
The problem is, as soon as this timer goes longer, like there is going to be pressure. 3 positions.
Trying to mark for it as well.
Like it's 2 people for what some util would just normally do in terms of info.
The next player as well, Forsaken, just throwing off crosshair placements with a refract.
But again, they probably only need 4, and this is 2. This is 2. Wait, flash over the top. So this is something that I wanted to see them do. With a recon deeper, and then you can push. That's nice. Try and push them into the Viper ult, but maybe we overextend if we're trying to push them to the Viper ult. Yeah, we're overextending a little bit.
That's immediately going to send the guys back over towards the B side as well, because a pit generally at this A site, if you can
the overall idea here is nice
though.
though.
You're not detected, you can crunch on towards Mindfreak in a potential split. So the onus really is on PRX here to get some information in the next couple of moments to try and bring a little bit more stability back in towards this round.
They haven't quite been able to do so though. Instead, in fact, it is DRX getting the information in with the stealth drone out. Still though, wow, look at this setup. A bit outside the window, it turns out to be a high-low lockdown in place as well now.
Yeah, and that lockdown is going to flush.
Do they expect a second lock?
Ultimate for an ultimate exchange, and affords you a little bit of time to get a plant.
Marco
finds the timing on the flank as well, and Hunman found Mindfreak too.
Yeah, and off those positions now, PRX find themselves in a tougher spot. Forsaken just having to hold outside. Needs to look for Mako before he even gets close to screens.
That's no way.
Though, and that's the headshot through. Off to the other end. It's just Jing trying to work.
Imagine they win this 2v4. Ult goes in, doesn't hit anyone on sight. They got no vision block. It should be impossible. We got a late lock. I think this might even be an overstep, to be honest, from DRX. Thank God Freeing got the kills. Because if we've seen a lock every single round. We're more like every single round we've had a lock. We're more just counting when we've had like 2 locks. There's always been a lock.
Everyone's kind of flooding back through. Guns in hand, Forsaken for the info. No shot.
Oh boy, we're out in the open with the TP away as well.
He confirms that where DRX is heading towards. Back into it. That's a bit of a snake bite, but Jing holds true. Bane, though,
And Bane goes for the what is this? Like the foot TP? They do this all the time.
Down to it, Something and Mind Freak trying to reclaim space, but timing's already been lost and afforded to DRX. Viper's Pit up and online.
Timing now. It's timing for something.
Something is very early, and like they might not expect it. It's the only thing they got going for him. Yeah, they're just on top of it. Can Mako reach the 20 kills that I said he might get on attack? I don't think so. I think it's like 14, right? Wait, 15. He would need an ace.
Good assists from Devi in there. Flash drives to permit his team to get a couple of kills, but you overlook the fact that Bane can TP across and jump over, right? He gets behind him. Some trades to come out from him as well. And just
yeah, this is a lovely play, though. They had an extra smoke to TP. But that's probably better than what teams are doing.
DRX a really good
dude, someone on DRX really does cook. It looks like probably the players chip in as well. Like to have this many different comps in the time that they have, and to have like whoa, okay, that's a big kill though.
They managed to take him down. Bane now trying to hold back. Yarba gets sent through. Not quite finding Bane though, but he does kind of reposition even further in. The clock continues to tick against PRX, but Forsaken makes quick work.
Oh, they're the mollies down as well.
2 kills already, and now
damn, fair play. PRX did unbelievable on this. They got 3. 3 is doable. 3 is doable.
Yo, you can still play KO as a duelist.
Continue to tap away, but not finding anything too much around mid.
Teo, you kind of got to use your brain.
Toxic screen up can permit a safe passage across as well, and just
okay, win the pistol, PRX. They win the pistol and they're good. JKid, I love you, JKid. Thank you for the Prime Gaming.
Kind of bread and butter when it comes to Icebox.
They know.
Here 26.
Oh my god. Okay, good.
He was still able to get the headshot nonetheless. In with the timing on the recoil. Still, PRX will continue to push on through with a bit
nice.
Okay,
they can win.
120.
Mike Ross, thank you for the Prime Gaming, Mike Ross. Wait, they can win.
Spike gets planted. Mako arrives towards screens at the right time, but needs to spot everyone out. Toxic screen comes up though, and that's where now PRX gets to hang back.
What does Nith mean? Why are you guys all typing Nith?
Cut up for him.
Absolutely. I mean, you'll take some decay going through that as well, so you really want to try and not do that if you're in a 1 versus 3. Now position being spotted, I mean, this is going to be extremely difficult for Mako.
Why is everyone typing Nith?
Okay. Well, he
Okay.
has been known to pull off insane clutches, but I don't think it's going to happen quite in this round. PRX, they have.
I'm not going to lie.
And hopefully this second round for them will start to get them a little bit more confident in towards this.
Okay.
Confidence, a very much needed resource.
What?
Forsaken though right now, feeling a little bit of confidence as well. Does spot out his opponent, Bane. Just right up around 410. That's going to be the site for PRX. Quick plants in through, and DRX on towards the
reverse comeback.
Just looking for whatever they can get.
Pretty much. I wouldn't mind something getting activated in these.
I mean, Jing is 10-9 right now. It's not like he's playing like terrible.
Does have the Vandal. Still though, he's playing into a very defensive position. It's going to be Jing holding the off angle instead. Forsaken with a bit of a, well, just an angle in towards Raptors. Spots out 1. Continues to push forward off of a bit of utility, and that's going to be Flashback taking him.
Imagine all the shit we were just talking, and then they come back, chat, and win the series.
Don't want to lose too much here, guys.
Wait.
Mind Freak now off towards the back of mid.
Guys?
Yet another player. No real exits quite yet. Simply found for DRX. Flashback now stuck inside of mid. Yeah, we did lose another player.
Go for full shields. Are we playing off and losing any bits of utility because of that?
Not too much for now. They're still playing on defense, of course, and now in with
what? Bro, I told you this guy fucking hacks, bro. How? How does he get 2 here?
Eagle soaring through the skies now. PRX scrambling, looking for.
The first shot was so fast.
I don't know if it's going to be found, Komodo. I mean, take a look at the minimap. Free is all the way up towards down mid.
And you've got no quick availability to get across in towards yellow either here, right? So you kind of need to combine a dart and a good shot.
Genuine question, why does PRX have no sentinel? Bro, you didn't have to say genuine question. That's what we're all thinking right now. That is literally what every single one of us are thinking right now.
The map, Mako holding down around yellow. It allows Hyunmin to push into a further position as well, and at this point, something just has to peek, go for anything.
Wait.
He finds a double, which is pretty good for now. 40 seconds left on the clock.
Is this where it gets scary?
Maybe. He is
something I believe
to play it safe though. Getting a bit of a jump peek. The paranoia
nice
sent through, and not suspect.
I think the Gecko is better than the KO.
Get to orchestrate their movements across the map this way, but with that Hunter Sphere from the previous round, here it comes. Something looking to force DRX to scramble.
Especially the combo with the... Oh, nice Forsaken.
Stinger
Bro.
hand. He closes in the distance. 2 headshots and Mind Freak off on another.
Ow.
Playing that weapon to a T. Stinger straight in. I'll add on the back of that Hunter's Fury, tagging him up as
Nerf
well,
the Stinger, bro.
Recognizing that you can quickly go in towards that one and materialize.
He just ran at them and mowed them down. Like they were
really good
dogs.
Yeah, I would say that those headshots are as crisp as a coat.
Oh my god,
with
Unk.
max ice on a summer day. What else is crisp, Komodo?
His headshots.
Yeah, Mako's headshots as well. It's definitely something to work against.
I do think that Jason's Forsaken.
Yeah, that's
I think Forsaken's the best duelist out of anyone on Paper X. Overall, duelist for duelist, he's the best duelist, but he's too good on flex to be playing.
Trying to bunker down A to do something, and I mean, addition of Waylay, right?
Like he should be playing. He should be playing Initiator. Now that I think about it,
I think onto the top of
oh,
starting to get a little bit of your scaling utility in towards the site, and you are just going to Waylay ult right on in. As I said, cuts off half of the site.
Behind you. Well, that's Forsaken, but Bane,
oh my god,
just leaves it to his teammates. Forsaken continuing to get further space.
I thought he was going to get one there.
His teammates to watch his back. Bane does go down. Divine now continuing with the push in towards back site. 2 kills to his belt, and that's now Hyunmin.
I want everyone in the chat to fucking apologize to Paper X right now, alright? We're all making fun of their comp, but hold on.
Those are the ones on the site at the moment.
They seen a vision that we didn't see.
That's exactly what he's looking for.
Hold on.
Timing on the peak as well.
They might have seen a vision that we didn't see.
And not suspecting Hyunmin, and that's going to be another round for Paper X.
And a non-conversion as well for DRX on the back of the timeout in the previous round here too. So Paper X afforded time to talk about how they wanted to do it.
That's exactly what those Coach Alex timeouts will do. Off of successful A rounds, now we're back in towards B. And with DRX playing in towards defensive positions, Forsaken gets to go all the way up.
1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1.
Mako, though, still the spike at least goes down. Hyunmin in with the blades, looking for something, but nothing found.
Got to get in there. Got to get set up somehow to try and work these blades as well.
Oh, and look at this. All that happens at the same time. Mind Freak once again back into mid to try to set up something towards the back.
God.
Still though,
oh my god, he missed the knife.
Low HP, it's gonna be a couple of kills coming back in.
Bro, if he kills Forsaken right there, he might just ace.
Tries to work around the position, but it's not gonna be enough as Paper X has
holy shit, it's comebackable.
On the site there. And now importantly, we're getting into a new fresh gun round. No salvos in the beginning of this round. Bane is pushing up on towards the belt, so there's going to be a very fast flank available actually.
Holy shit, they used so much util to clear B.
Yeah, very quickly. Still though, Paper X controlling down mid does work out for them so far. Forsaken continuing onward with that refract. Does get further information, but look at this, Bane all the way down mid, down A. He's able to take away at least 2. The Armageddon now gets sent through.
Yeah,
they need to fight. They need to fight
to afford a bit of rotations and re-clearing in towards.
Clumsy spy, love you, clumsy spy. Thank you for the tune. They need to fight.
You got a player advantage as DRX as well.
Okay.
Wait,
Clumsy
nice
spy.
Jing.
My favorite dog-eating lispy twin.
And on with that. Bit of an
oh my
god.
Through
as well.
No way they're going to win this round.
The initial ult, we'll be able to find another player playing all around the bottom though. It's going to be Mako working alongside Hyunmin, but still,
my god.
something alongside Jing.
Oh my god.
I'll come through for DRX.
Yeah, when Paper X are feeling themselves, it's definitely a really tough opponent to work against, and that's one thing that we've got to consider as well, is the fact that some of these DRX players haven't quite played against Paper X like this before, perhaps in scrims, but not quite on the official stage. Still though, Hyunmin aggressively in towards Garage.
Do not give him one more.
He is stuck,
nice.
flashed up
Good
as well.
Shit,
it does buy a bit of attention away. Paper X looking to reclaim space, and then the Poison Cloud comes up.
Yeah, and everybody was kind of in mid for DRX at that moment too. So where do you scurry towards? Where do you think that PRX are actually going to lean? An ult orb to be gathered over at the B side and setting yourselves up for a bit of a hit here. Null command on in, remove any abilities of DRX and try to set up for a flank that is absolutely great at the moment from Jing.
That is exactly what PRX needs. Now a little bit more control. Still those pistols! Flashback! A couple of headshots through. Not quite, and it's going to be PRX.
Reads, and that's what they're going to try and do over to the A site nice and early.
Salvo's definitely going to aid them in that cause, but at the same time, PRX not allowing for them to set up. It's the Hunter's Fury. Still though, Forsaken was already gunned down by Hyunmin, and that allows for DRX to breathe.
Oh no.
Ring doesn't want to overplay this one either. Go for a repeat, can potentially lose his head. You've got that number open up with Forsaken losing his life.
Our Waylay ult is down.
And this is where the round would start to settle a little bit.
Honestly, this round is still very winnable.
Think that you're going to go for a little bit of a rotation, but Hyunmin hasn't spotted Devi leave the belt at the moment.
If they can take the site and Viper ult, it is just very winnable.
But they are hanging around this A site for the moment.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, what is happening? Yo, W Gaming is back?
The Viper spit gets deployed.
Oh my god, thank god.
As though Flashback tries, it's not going to be quite enough. And that's going to be the spike now planted. Mako.
What did DRX do there? They just ride picked and died?
3 targets ahead of him, Komodo. But you don't have vision, you don't have information.
Yeah, it's great patience from PRX when they do lose Forsaken and recognize how do you need to get back in towards this site, right? Let DRX potentially overcook it a little bit, use some utility on their own, or wait for your own signatures to come back online. And that's the latter is what PRX do. They let their 0 point come back on. They let their salvos
that doubted. Okay, when they're down 7-1, did you think PRX was gonna win or no? I ain't gonna lie, I doubted. Chat, I doubted. You caught me. Yellow dude with the hands up. That's me. That's me. You got me.
Flashback is losing his teammates. He wants to try and go something and a loose spray through the pit. Vandals are traced. PRX in this map now. Their own map pick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're actually doing it.
We shall see if that continues to
pass time. If you're going in with the same sort of methodology, will it work here to get yourselves on map point?
Okay.
Still at least starting things off a little
Forsaken
bit slow.
has his ult here.
Look at Mindfreak all the way towards the back of spawn as well. In case
holy, Mako's 22 and 13.
DRX hasn't done that quite yet, especially off the timeout. PRX trying to be cautious. You gotta love it.
Yeah, but for DRX as well, right? A little bit lesser equipped on the weaponry to afford themselves a good buy in the next round if this one goes haywire, because that would be map point then. So you're just playing a little bit of default heavy. What information do you see from PRX before you start to make a move? And at the moment, it might be a money move, Quack.
Money move it is. Just straight in with the ultimate. Well, no.
I love that. Refract has popped over on Pipes, and he's sending in a snake spite so that if he goes for a
be the round they lose when they start playing slow.
There's a time that he has where he's stuck in that refract.
Oh no, guys, just go back to we just won like 10 rounds in a row by just rushing them. Just fucking rush them again.
Still though, at the very least, PRX has managed to kind of avoid that for now. Looking for that mid-round play down, well, mid lane. They do spot a player out though, and Forsaken looking for the opportunity to possibly set
they won this.
Not yet, as DRX have all of these positions locked down, especially up by Upper, especially up by Kitchen now. Forsaken looking to push on through.
These motherfuckers just won 10 fucking rounds in a row by rushing it down. They decide to play it slow to not get ecoed and go mid, and now they wait.
PRX Forsaken trying to break on through.
There's
the ult, finally gets popped. 10 seconds remaining though. Where is the spike? Forsaken now gets into safety. Finally getting that bomb now down, delivered through.
Oh
no. Though,
I know he's stuck.
Quick and through, and he's found Mindfreak. Mako.
Forsaken, the best duelist in APAC.
Work along the position, plays around the safe angle.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What is
he actually finds it. Down to just Bane.
Oh my god, he won.
Where could he be?
Oh my god.
A little bit
He's the best duelist in it.
7 rounds in a row. Now sitting at map point. Still though that was an eco round.
Wait, how's PRX winning right
now? Cheeky position up on top of Yellow. Hyunmin has done it before, but now spotted out. Safer play.
PRX is actually the funniest Valorant team of all time, bro.
Able to get out of Yellow, but somehow he's able to find it whilst hindered. He needs assistance from his teammate, but he's just going to do it all himself. Traded eventually in a 3 versus 3.
He pulled out the blades, but yeah, unfortunately gunned down. Still though, up around Yellow.
They went from up 8-0 to losing, and then they went down to 7-1 to winning. What is this series?
Marco's been holding on to this Viper's pit quite a while.
I wish I watched the whole map one first.
To see him use it this round if they do need.
Jing?
Jing is beating the one-trick allegations?
Does spot out one of these players.
You should all.
At the same time, given how the map is playing out, it's going to be Mindfreak
Oh my god,
slowly
GG.
creeping up all the way out tube. DRX has no earthly idea. Mako, though,
Oh
tries to play
my
the position, but
god.
it's not going to be enough.
What the fuck?